obviously your current team is Tem Edifice or Edifice. I don't know how you want to pronounce it.
Oh, controversy.
How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, I pronounce it wrong, and I'm not going to say it. I can't say it on record. Max will
So Team
murder me.
EDIFICE.
That's the one.
Obviously, a wide variety of people there. So you obviously have, your champions there, your Yannis, Fred, and obviously you have kind of multiple elite managers, like Ahmet.
Yep.
Peter used to be there, Max used to be there. And then obviously
Peter in elite? Has Peter made it to elite before?
Actually.
We need a fact check. We need a fact check on this.
I have no idea. I'm having a look now, to be honest. I don't think he actually has. I think I just named him because he's an old school guy.
Yeah, Peter's an old guy.
He went master. Max was master. Wow. I actually thought he went to elite for 1 year.
No, Peter could never pull that off. The only reason he got to master was because people holidays at his account occasionally,
Yeah, like I said, you got a lot of elite managers like Ahmet, Raffers, and he used to be an elite. Gary used to be an elite.
Yeah.
Max used to be an elite.
Yes, he did. He did.
And obviously, you got a new boy, Eric.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to put it out there in the public. He did take my spot, but
controversy.
We'll leave it there. No, we're all good. Me and Eric are lovers now. We're fine. We're all good. But how did the space in Edifice or Edifice first come about?
So originally, at the time I applied, I wasn't that involved in the community. I was just sort of I'd make the occasional forum post, but I was mostly in the distance. I saw a spot came up. Edifice was sort of a team that I never really paid attention to elite apart from the early seasons.
Yeah.
So that was a team name I remembered from Toy Gun being the top guy when I first joined. So I thought, well, might as well apply, see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? I applied and I got it. I didn't expect to. It kind of caught me off guard, but it's been fun. I don't have any regrets joining. So
that's good. That's
worked
good.
out well.
So fair enough. So was it a difficult kind of application? Like was it something you were fighting with other people with, or was it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I've never found out. I've never asked. I can imagine there was probably, there'd probably have been better candidates, if that makes sense, like at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly who. I don't know exactly how strong their applications were, but I'd say I definitely had competition.
Yeah, fair enough. So obviously, I'm just looking at GPRO now, and obviously, the space you took was someone from was Pavel's spot. Who did really well, really well in Master and Elite. But yeah, so after you joined Edifice, obviously your career improved dramatically. Obviously, you moved from Van Popter to Edifice.
Yeah.
Am I correct? So
yes.
What's kind of the the biggest difference between those two teams? Because obviously Edifice is a kind of major, championship winning team, whereas Van Popter was kind of in that running. Couple of teams there, part of a sisterhood, part of a whole group of teams. So what was the difference between moving from that to Edifice?
The only significant difference, well, actually two differences, social side and the experience in elite. They were the two differences. In terms of game knowledge, like tools available, all that kind of stuff, it was pretty much the same. Activity was about the same. But in all truth, the improvement in my results was kind of always going to happen in a way. So when I joined Edifice, I stuck with the plan from Van Popter. Didn't quite work out, didn't make it to elite, dropped down through the ranks a bit.
Okay.
I think that would probably have happened whether I was in Van Popter or Edifice.
Yep.
Now is probably where the difference is coming. So I've definitely gone about a different approach on trying to make it to elite this time. I've rebuilt an amateur, much bigger focus on financial side, because that's something that in Van Popter I sort of wasn't looking at myself as the inferior member. I was sort of seeing us all as being on an equal, whereas in Edifice I feel that I'm amongst people who are far more competent at the game, which is probably the truth. So
except
I take
for
much more notice of
for
what they
Ahmed,
do.
but
Well, yeah.
screw him. But
I mean, I practically do all of his stuff for him anyway. You know, I pick his tires. You know.
We're in a group chat of us three, and yeah,
That's true.
He's definitely the low one of the three.
Oh, definitely.
Sure.
It's like a sponge. He just soaks up our knowledge. You know?
Exactly.
It's terrible. It's the same in Edifice. How is the leader? I don't know. I think it's just because nobody else could be bothered.
I know. I think, yeah, I remember interviewing him and asked him exactly that question, being like, "How the hell did you become a leader or something?" I think Edifice just needs a Turkish leader, and he was the only one that's there.
Yeah, he's the only one that fit the criteria. We did try to change. We tried to change Peter's nationality, but apparently he couldn't do it in time. So
we changed Ahmed's one to Virgin Islands. You definitely can change Peter one to Turkey. You know,
anything's possible.
Exactly.
Anything's possible.